everybody, Cindy here. I thought I'd take a few minutes to formally introduce myself to you. Those of you who are new to Balance and Bootables group, welcome. 2 years ago, I was a stressed out corporate executive on my way to the emergency room thinking I was having an appendix attack. As it turns out, it was not an appendix attack, it was diverticulitis, which was quite a surprising diagnosis for me because I always prided myself on being healthy and eating right. In fact, I was eating right. I was eating super healthy, but I wasn't eating right. I was eating 2 out of 3 meals in front of my work computer while on conference calls, talking to people, not taking the time to really rest, enjoy my food, digest, and then get back into the work day because of the work demands. The company that I was working for was no longer the company that I was hired to work for almost 18, 19 years previously. We had been purchased a few years prior by a competitor. And so things really started to change for me and a lot of the people that I worked for and with. And in order to keep up, that was the only way to keep up. We were working 10 and 12 hours a day, and lunch hours were no longer lunch hours. It was the norm, you know? So I also pushed myself very hard. I grew up with trauma, so there was definitely a lot of a disassociation, if you will, between my body and paying attention to the signals. But 2 years ago, my body was like, oh girl, you're gonna pay attention now. So it actually was a wake-up call for me. I got onto, I became a Google doctor and started researching a ton of stuff about diverticulitis. I almost couldn't even accept my diagnosis until I realized that one of the causes or contributing factors, if you will, is chronic stress. And bingo, check mark. I definitely had that one in spades. I was burning the candle at both ends. My husband and I had just gone to see Elton John in the city. I was getting ready to go to a board meeting. Again, I was working 60 hours a week. I did not slow down for a second. I was exercising, I was doing my yoga, I was doing my meditation, but I was on that freight train, man, going nowhere. And it was, like I said, a wake-up call for me. I started working with my doctor and a naturopath and health coach. And that's where I also learned that I had Hashimoto, which was always kind of on the borderline, but I also learned that gluten and dairy were not really a good thing for me to be eating. And who doesn't like pasta and cheese? Like, what? So I gave it a go. I was desperate. I needed to heal my overall gut health. My brain wasn't working properly. I was, again, really kind of messed up with this diagnosis, thinking, what could I have done differently? And there was a lot of things I could do differently. So I began this quest to self-heal. I refused to go on medication. I was deathly afraid, to be honest with you, of needing surgery. I had a couple of very close friends who I happen to work with, also in very stressful jobs, that also ate lunch and breakfast at their desk and had diverticulitis and had to have part of their colon removed. And that scared the crap out of me, no pun intended. So I went on this journey to heal my body. I gave up gluten, I gave up dairy, had learned years ago that yeast was not good for me. I'd given that up a long time ago. Soy, an endocrine disruptor, and I had an autoimmune disease, which soy is not good for. So I started to learn a lot of things about food and the impact and some of those hidden ingredients that we don't always pay attention to when we think we're shopping healthy or something is good for us. So I healed my body. I also lost 20 pounds in the meantime. And I went back to work after being on medical absence for many months and healing myself and going to therapy and doing all the things. And I went back and I said, I'm not doing this anymore. And my life changed instantly. We have been kind of manifesting this dream of opening up the Sindhu Sanctuary. I was a yoga teacher. I was already teaching in corporate environment. Another thing I was doing. Andrew's a Reiki master, a numerologist. We have another daughter who's a massage therapist. So we had been manifesting this dream for a while, and all of a sudden it was available to me. And then COVID hit. We had launched the business as soon as I retired from corporate America in October. COVID hit in March. We had to instantly pivot our business. We went to online with yoga. Andrew was able to continue with numerology because, of course, you can do that online. So our business definitely took a hit, but at the same time, my dream was always to go back to school to become a health and wellness coach. So I used COVID as the reason for me to go back to school and get my certification in health and wellness coaching. And here I am. So that's a pretty abridged version of how I got here, but how I can actually also help you if you've got this silent disease that people can't see. Autoimmune is a real thing, causes inflammation in your body. There are a lot of foods that contribute to the inflammation in the body. So I can help you figure that out and navigate that. Stress, the relationship between stress and the way we eat. And eating in a more relaxed setting is going to do wonders for your overall gut health. So let me help you on this journey. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments or anything at all. Welcome. Have a great day.